much rain! It's another one of these mountain storms. Clear blue skies, and the next thing you know, boom! Thunderstorm. And I put my plants outside. You can't even see them. Can't even see them, but my poor babies are outside. But look at, oh, look at that. Lightning. Yeah. I'm gonna miss this when we move out of here. Temperate rainforest. Don't forget it, guys. That's right. Appalachian Mountain, one of the only temperate rainforests in the United States. And I'm gonna miss this. So I hope you enjoyed the little opening. That was the storm we had last night. It was amazingly beautiful. It lasted for a really long time too, and it started with hail, and I felt really bad because I had just moved my plants out. I was like, oh man, they didn't come and actually do like the sides of the buildings and pressure wash the way they said they would. So I took all the plants back outside. Half an hour later it started hailing really hard, and then before I could even get to the door, when I heard the hail hitting the windows, like I peeked through the blinds and I'm like, oh no, it's like hailing, and I was like, oh, I should get the plants. But before I could even get to the door, it was like monsoon water just pouring down. There's this huge crack of thunder, and just the rain came down in waves. It wasn't even sheets, it was waves. And you get that here because it's a temperate rainforest, and it's just amazing. So I'm gonna miss that. But Darling says that we will get a lot of like the remnants of storms from hurricanes where we're moving in North Carolina. We're still about 2 hours away from the beach, so we're inland by 2 hours. But there's just like a lot of flat land all the way to the coast, so apparently the storms don't really break a lot before they come and they'll hit where we are. Where we live right now in the mountains, we get the storms from the Midwest coming through, so we don't really get the any effects that many, maybe a small storm from hurricanes that come by. So it's going to be interesting. Apparently it floods sometimes where we're going to move, and we're right next to a lake, but we're on the 3rd story. So there might be a benefit to being on the top story of the apartment complex. But yeah, so are you guys posing? Yeah, I love my birds. I love my birds. But yeah, so today Darling's gone. The plants are doing good. And I'm working on recording a lot. My goal is to try to record at least 15 to 20 videos today. For those of you who don't know, most YouTubers do batch recording, and I do really well when I batch record. If I try to record like one episode of something every day and just like go, okay, I'm going to do one episode of 4 series today, I don't do as well. But when I go, okay, I'm going to do 5 episodes of one series today, I am able to keep like a sense of excitement and continuality and actually get stuff done, which is hard sometimes in the episodes. So today I have a goal of recording all of the Zoo Tycoon 2 zoo episodes for at least a couple more weeks, because we're going to be so busy when we move. So my voice is already a little bit ginger. I already have recorded 5 episodes, and I'm getting ready to record hopefully at least 10 more. It's going to be really fun. I know a lot of people are so disappointed when they find out that YouTubers like record ahead, but it's just the way it works. Like, for me, my quality is always better when I do batch recording. Always. Hands down, the quality of the videos I make, my engagement, my ability to concentrate and get something done, 100% better when I'm doing batch recording. So for me, I know that's why I need to do it, and I know it's just a time thing for so many people. It's hard. It's hard to get an episode out every day, let alone up to 4 to 6 to 8, which is what I have on some days. And it's worth it for the community, but that's kind of the slight drawback, is that the episodes aren't always brand new. I think my tea is almost done, so I'm gonna go and get my tea. But the other goal we have today is to fill this space up. Look, so nice and pretty. My plants are gone. I have my floor back, except for where we've got all of our boxes, and I'm gonna try to fill a good chunk of this space up with things to donate and get rid of. So hopefully throughout the day today, I'll give you guys some updates and be like, look, we've got a whole bunch of books here. Here's a ton of craft supplies. Here's a ton of bags of like random things that I'm just going to donate, or this is getting thrown away. So the goal is I want to seriously try to get maybe a third of all the things I own cleared out of my life before we move. So we're going to start with the pile right here today, and we'll see if we can do it. So I will see you guys later. Hopefully my voice won't die. It's going to be a little hard to do all of the recording, but I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you guys later. Oh, and I'll show you the plants real quick. They're doing fine. Hi, little bird. Oh, bye, little bird. But yeah, the plants are doing fine. My flowers are coming in on my little bean plant, actually. That makes me super happy. Are you going to focus, little flowers? There we go. But yeah, the flowers are coming in on the bean plant. The peas, look at the way they kind of have their water-resistant leaves here. And this water-resistant leaves, you may wonder, what point is that to be water-resistant as a plant? Well, you don't absorb the water through your leaves, you absorb it through the soil, through the root system. So that's one of the reasons that it's helpful to them to be water-resistant. But the other thing is the waxy water resistance on a lot of like pea plants and other plants that just repel the water off the leaves really helps to protect them from the sun. It acts like a sunscreen, kind of a wax sunscreen, so that they don't evaporate a lot of water out of their systems. And if you are like Winston Jr., our umbrella plant, then what you will actually do is you can catch the water on the tips of your leaves and roll it down, and it'll go down the stem and into the soil by your roots. Isn't that clever? Isn't that just genius? I love it. Look at how happy everybody is. Are you making me pepper plants? Pepper's pepper plant, I mean. Hopefully it is. Alright guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Oh, I think we have a little bird fight going on outside. I'm gonna see if they're gonna fly away if I come around. Oh, he's watching me. Okay, so this is a juvenile cardinal. So this is those bright red cardinals. This is a juvenile. He's still got lots and lots of his feathers coming in. And that is the little finch, the little brown finch. Oh, he just flew away. Who is always hanging out in our yard, but they were actually fighting a second ago. The cardinal and the finch were kind of butting heads. What he is eating are the seeds. I take out a lot of bird seeds and just sprinkle them down in the yard. I've tried putting them in a bird feeder, but they seem to respond a lot better when the birds can just eat off the ground. So I left him down there, and he's enjoying himself. But I thought that was kind of interesting. We had a little bit of a fight because the finch is normally the one here, and he was rushing that cardinal, saying, "Get out of here, dude." But the little cardinal thinks he's found quite a treat. Look at that bright orange beak. Oh, I love it. I can't wait till we move. We're going to be putting all sorts of bird feeders up in our new porch and patio, and hopefully attracting a lot of awesome birds to watch. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. What a fun break from work. Hi, little guy. It's back again. Here's the storm. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's been really gray all day, so I had a good feeling that it wouldn't be a good idea to go on my hikes in the mountains today. One, because Darling's not home, so if I got hurt or something, he would be able to come and get me. And two, because it looked like it was going to storm like this, even though it was beautiful blue sky earlier. You just get used to that sense of like, yeah, it's going to storm later when you're up here in the mountains. But check this out. There's no one here. We live in a college town, so whenever it's like summer, Darling's off visiting his family, otherwise his car would be right there. There's my car, and there's no one here. I'm all alone. There's like, I don't even think those people across the street are home. They usually leave in other cars. I think the guy with the truck's home. But that's okay, because I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Look at it. Look at all the greenery. The sound of the sirens in the distance, don't worry about that. And my plants, which thankfully are enjoying this rain, especially the pepper plant and the gourd plant. They're awesome. Anyway, more rain, you guys. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And then meanwhile, inside, I have been very, very busy. I've managed to do 10 episodes so far. So 15 is my goal for Zoo Tycoon 2 today. My voice was giving out horribly, but I feel refreshed. I made some delicious dinner, and I'm gonna get back onto recording and just enjoying a beautiful stormy day. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. And then also the pile is growing. Yay! So I went through and got a bunch of books and actually a very old copy of Pokemon Red. It's broken, the case is broken, but the game runs. But I realized if I was ever going to play Pokemon Red again, I would probably play it like on an emulator of some type. So because it's just, that's how you would record it, that's how it's easier to do. And plus I already have another copy, and Darling has a copy, so it's kind of silly to keep, or excuse me, Fire Red, yeah. It's kind of silly to keep it. I've had this forever, not really attached to it anymore, tons of books. This is actually a really cute little card set that's flowers, but I'm not attached to it, so it's going. And then those are a couple books that I'm actually going to look up on Kindle, but otherwise keep, and then I have to keep all those books. They're just too awesome. Just way too awesome. I love all those books. And that rock. And those rocks. So, so the pile's growing, and I need to finish up my work now. So I'm going to get back to work. Hopefully my voice will hold out. That honestly is like the hardest part, is just your voice sustaining itself for that many hours. I don't think I could stream very well if I can't even record for like, let's see, I've been at it for about 6 hours now. So we'll keep going. Alright. Anything to say, guys? Now, on stormy days, they tend to snooze a lot. Snoozy doozy. Pile has grown! So we have more stuff. And actually, there has been even more stuff, but I have thrown a ton of stuff away today, so I feel really good. I ended up cleaning out my car, which wasn't on the list of things to do, but somehow sorting my desk out and going through all of the, like, little, oh no, I cut myself. Aw, well, whoops. I don't know how I did that. But yeah, going through all of the little cabinets and drawers in my desk, I was clearing it out and I got into my CDs and I was like, oh yeah, I have CDs in the car, and the next thing you know, you're cleaning the floor of the car, and then yeah, more chaos. And I've gone through my bookshelves probably 3, 4, 5 times trying to clear out everything that I can think of. There's a lot of books in there that I absolutely love, but I just feel like it's time to let them go, if that makes sense. Especially now that everything's moving kind of like to ebooks and Kindles. It's just a little bit easier to, if I want to read some of these. And some of these I've kept, like, there's The Sound of Waves down there. I read that in high school, and I've read it once in high school. And it just looks pretty, so I've kept it all this time. And the thing is, you can't do that. If you get rid of things, it just means you're making space for new things to come into your life. So there's no point in clinging on to that stuff. And I'm going to be just as ruthless, hopefully, with my jewelry collection and things like that. But while I was sorting through my little arts and crafts, one of my arts and crafts drawers, also this is a fan art someone sent in, isn't it cute? But while I was sorting through that, I found this, and while I was cleaning it out, I found all of these. These are the little beads that I actually used to make. So they are a whole bunch of glass beads. I love making glass beads. I'll probably try to get into it again once we move down to Cary. There's nowhere here I can make glass beads, but look, we've got, oh, look at it. They're so pretty. You can see it's got like a clear glaze, a black base, multicolored little glass in the bottom, like the middle. They're very amateur. You're not supposed to have organic shapes like this. They're supposed to be nice, uniform beads. Like this is probably the one I have that's the closest in the size and style that they're supposed to be. But I would have so much fun making more organic shapes that were completely useless. But I love doing dots that stuck out. So you can see lots and lots of ones, like there's where the glass burned, and you can see where I did lots of dots because I love dots that stick out. And you can see where I would do like swirls on the edges to do raised edges. These are old. These are from years and years and years ago. But I really did love making them. It was just so much fun. There's something so meditative, there we go, about being able to work with all of those glass pieces. Oh look, this is the little gecko I tried to make. I tried to make a little gecko on this bead. It actually turned out really well. I think this one turned out a little bit better. Look at it. It's a little gecko. Little bead gecko. And little beads over here too. But it was fun sorting through all of this. And it used to take up this entire box. And I was like, what? I could put that in one spot. So I'm excited because now I'm just going to put like all my beads in one spot. I'm going to let go of the marbles because I don't need to keep the marbles. Going to let go of the rocks because I don't need to keep the rocks. So I'm just going to get rid of these. They're just not needed. But now that I've got this box cleared out, I can put all of my delicate things I've been worrying about how to get to the new house, like my corals and my seashells and my bird eggs and my gecko eggs that I have in here, a whole bunch of different egg specimens. I've shown them on vlogs before, so if you want to see these up close and see them compared to a chicken egg, you can go over to the main channel and you can see a vlog where I've looked at all these eggs. There's a couple of robin egg shells in there. I can put my little Minecraft guys in there. I can put my little like toys that kidlets send me. I can put my little creations. These are little turtles I made. I'm trying to get a prototype made to sell in the Etsy store that looks awesome. But this is my favorite one so far. It's a really cool, come on, focus, focus, focus. Camera. Focus. There we go. It's a really cool little turtle with a very pretty kind of geode marble for its shell. And I think that these people would really like, and I would donate like 10% or more, probably more like 25%, to the Turtle Survival Alliance, and hopefully get to visit them one day. So I would probably start selling these on my Etsy if people wanted them. You can see these mushrooms have been made for some orders that are coming up. This one, the funniest looking guy, he's the mushroom I use to base all my other mushrooms off of. This gecko was actually made for me by Exotic Reptiles at Etsy, and I won a giveaway on Tumblr from her, and so I think that's awesome. Maybe I'll do a giveaway one day. But yeah, so like I've got this little crab. You can even see his little eyes and everything. Look at that, isn't that awesome? So now I'm excited because I know I can just put all of those delicate things away in here. So we've got the move. We've got progress towards the move. That wouldn't have been there if I hadn't been like, oh, I have to vlog again. My voice is just about dead. I have 3 more episodes to do to finish off Zoo Tycoon 2 for 3 weeks. So that'll put me through the move, which is so needed. It's so much relief. I know people seem so oddly like disappointed when they find out you record ahead. And I understand, because you want to have a sense of, like, you can name the animals, you can interact, you can give suggestions, and you'll see the results. It's just going to be a huge relief for me to be able to have them up and done, and just to move. So I'm excited, and yeah, I'm almost done. My voice is almost dead. The sun is already setting. It's super cloudy and dark again. Yeah, it's moving into the late evening. So I will see you guys tomorrow. We'll have to see what adventures I managed to get up to all on my own with you guys, my little birds, and you guys. And we'll see how many more episodes I can get done so that we are ready for this move. Darling's birthdays are also right after the move, so I want to really make sure that I'm free like around that time, because the thing that stresses him out the most is like the boxes, all the boxes, the unpacked things. So I'm hoping by getting rid of a ton of stuff, and then by packing it really smartly, and not having to work, oh yep, the rain's starting again, and not having to work on videos for a couple days after the move, I can just unpack everything, make sure I'm going to clean everything before we move, even the vacuum. I was like, oh, I should clean out the vacuum. So there's lots coming up, and I will see you guys tomorrow, so bye-bye. I can't believe it. So we live in a college town, and I'm 99% sure the people shooting these fireworks off, and you can't really see them because there's a bunch of trees, but every now and then, yeah, you can see that. Little glimmers of fireworks. It's so loud. The outside birds, when they start going off, were like freaking out and making all this noise. Fireworks are for sale in town. They are mega illegal. Especially these big ones, to shoot off in town. The echo off the mountains is amazing because the noise just bounces off again and again and again. Look at all this. But yeah, I am 99% sure whoever is doing this is totally drunk, because this is a college town where that happens. And if they get caught, they're going to be in jail for a long time, at least a couple months, and a huge bond. So yeah, this is really illegal to do here. Don't do it, kids, because it could start a fire. If it hadn't been so wet and raining recently, I would be even more worried, but mostly it's just like, really? Someone spent a lot of money or stole a lot of fireworks. I don't know which at this point. I'm only so cynical because it's like, guys, the whole town can hear this. It sounds like cannons going off because of the mountains. That's again why they're illegal. The sound is ricocheting off the mountains and trapping it down in the town. But I gotta admit, it's kind of cool to see fireworks. So there we go, guys. They're really hard to see because there's a tree, huge trees. You guys know those trees from the Secret Garden videos. Huge trees, but yeah. Dogs are freaking out. Children are probably freaking out. The sound is 100 times louder than I'm used to with fireworks because we're in the mountains. But they're very pretty. Wow, the ground is actually shaking with some of these too. Someone is in so much trouble.